this is Caroline on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you begin your day.
Monday was an intense day for students in Flandreau. A threat yesterday morning forced kids and staff members to evacuate the high school, middle school, and elementary school. All the students were brought to the Tribal Community Center so Moody County agencies could sweep the school. Once that sweep was complete, students were able to return to their classrooms.
Sorry, the Monday was, the bomb threats were on Tuesday, not Monday, right? Good morning, this is Kel Land on the go. All you need to know in news and weather as you begin your day.
Tuesday was an intense day for students in Flandreau. A threat yesterday morning forced kids and staff members to evacuate the high school, middle school, and elementary school. All the students were brought to the Tribal Community Center so Moody County agencies could sweep the school. Once that sweep was complete, students were able to return to their classrooms.
That afternoon, a second bomb threat was called in and everyone was evacuated again. In a post on social media, Moody County Sheriff Troy Wellman says that according to staff, there will be school today. Sheriff Wellman adds that it is believed the call came from out of state. A boy and his dad were hurt after their four-wheeler was ran off the road on Tuesday morning in Hardin County. In a post on social media, the sheriff's office says it happened on Picnic Springs Road, northwest of Ludlow. Both the dad and boy were hurt when the four-wheeler overturned.
The 1.5-year-old had to get 21 staples in his head. The dad said he could see a white pickup on his side of the road before he went into the ditch. The person driving the pickup didn't stop to help. Authorities say the family has offered a $5,000 reward for information. A Monday morning house fire in Sioux Falls has detectives taking a closer look at who may be responsible. The house appeared to have been burglarized and 4 vehicles were stolen before a fire started in the basement. Nobody was in the home when the fire broke out.
The home's owner and family were in Ohio for a wedding at the time of the incident. Police say this investigation may take some time to piece together.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Another day of hot temperatures, Scott.
Hot temperatures, high humidity again today. We'll have the heat index approach 110 at times across parts of eastern and southeastern Kettleland. Forecast for today showing a high of 101 in Sioux Falls, 100 in Pierre, 103 in Winter, 90 in Aberdeen, and 96 in Rapid City. We are looking for that chance for rain probably Thursday night into Friday morning. And we'll say across south central and southeastern South Dakota, eventually leading to a cooler weekend. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
All right, thank you, Scott. The rising temperatures have many reaching for water and a cool place to escape that heat. But that's not a reality for many in Sioux Falls.
Madeline Shields with Bishop Dudley says water is an absolute necessity. Since the heat wave, the St. Francis Union Gospel Mission and the Bishop Dudley House have been giving out numerous bottles of water to residents and passerbys.
We just want people to have compassion for folks who are out on the street. You know, there's a lot of people who are working outside in this heat. They're standing at the bus stops in this heat. They're walking to work. They're bicycling to work. And so, you know, it can be really challenging.
Minnehaha County will also be dropping off cases of water to shelters in the area. An event showcasing a long list of adoptable dogs is set for Saturday in downtown Sioux Falls. Remedy Brewing Company is hosting Woofstock, which features music, food, beverages, and vendors.
It's also a fundraiser for Dakota Dachshund Rescue, and the nonprofit plans to have about 20 dogs on site for the celebration.
Between the rescues and people just bring their own dogs, I think there had been like 60 dogs running around here. So between all the dogs and just like the good vibes and everything, it's an absolute blast.
Woofstock is Saturday from 1 to 6 p.m. at Remedy Brewing Company in downtown Sioux Falls at 8th and Railroad Center. A police officer assigned to patrol downtown Sioux Falls has gained a reputation for his friendly demeanor and his haircut of choice. 3 years ago, Chase Vanderheuel became a school resource officer.
He decided he looked too mean, so he grew a mullet. He says it's been a great way to start a conversation and diffuse potentially dangerous situations.
It's a personal thing too, but also an outward thing. It's hard to explain, but why be so serious all the time? You know, you get one shot at life. So when you're serious all the time and you look serious and you got a military police haircut, it's all good. Like, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, why so serious?
Vanderhule was assigned to patrol downtown over the summer, but has returned to Lincoln High School, which begins classes tomorrow.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, very hot day today again in Kettleland, the southeastern part of the area, including Sioux Falls. Overnight low at 80. So right up there with some of the warmest numbers on the overnight lows that we get in this part of the country. Well, today's forecast, obviously more headlines for heat. We've got an excessive heat warning in purple. In the orange, it is a heat advisory. That's for Aberdeen and Pierre as well as Phillip. And bottom line here is that we're going to continue these trends here from much of the day today. Futurecast update, you can see those 100s developing around Yankton to Winter. I would say Pierre will be close to 100 for high. Aberdeen may end up falling off just a couple degrees. That fog and that north wind out of North Dakota is actually helping us a little bit in that regard. Rain chances are pretty limited tonight. If we see anything into Nebraska, a lot of that is expected to stay there, although the modeling is hinting at a couple of spots. I do think tomorrow, northeast winds in Sioux Falls will start helping us. It's not as hot. It's still in the mid-90s. We're going to continue some heat headlines. But then, as we get into Thursday night and Friday morning, you're going to start to see more activity on radar. I wanted to overlay the precipitation forecast in conjunction with the heat index here. You see those heat index values tomorrow. See how they're still in the mid to upper 90s in the southeast. But watch what happens on Friday. Now we're starting to get some activity on radar. Could extend to Aberdeen. A little bit better shot. In fact, I would say a much better chance in south central South Dakota and eventually getting into Sioux Falls. Now, how much rain do we get out of that? That's a great question. I would say at this point, the belt of moisture would produce some localized spots. It's easy to see a few folks that could get an inch of rain out of this, but I would caution you that the forcing that's needed to get that, we still have a lot of question marks about that, and it's only going to affect a few strips of counties, so it's not going to be a widespread line of rain. It's going to be more of an arcing band of rain that comes in from the west. And once that leaves, then for the weekend, we're probably going to cool down. Not to say we can't insert a little rain chance on Sunday. We'll keep an eye on that in the northeast. I would say the big story is the reduction of the heat and the reduction also on that humidity. So it'll feel better. 102 today in Mitchell. Stay cool the best you can. 105 in Yankton. That's some of the worst of the heat today. The forecast on the 7-day starts to trim numbers tomorrow to 95, 88 on Friday, 85 on Saturday, and that number on Sunday at 84 will be accompanied by less humidity. So all in all, those are some good things. The one trade-off with that Canadian air, it's possible we might get some smoke back in the air. We've got some more homework to do on that subject. Aberdeen, 79 on Saturday. That sounds pretty good. 82 Sunday. Again, a 20% chance of rain on Sunday. We've left that in there for the northeast. Here in central South Dakota, some rain chances on Friday. Again, in association with that system that's moving through. But the numbers after day 3 are better. They're certainly not nearly as hot. Rapid City and the Black Hills. Also expecting some monsoon rain to come out of Colorado and Wyoming. So parts of the Black Hills could pick up some rain chances starting tomorrow into Saturday. Find out more details with the weather online at kettleland.com.